must be a certain collective resonance that it will reach a stage whereby it will lift the whole planet. There's so many people waiting for ascension, and maybe some waiting for UFOs to land, or some waiting for Jesus or Muhammad, or I'm not sure Buddha made up his mind yet. But what is happening? How does that work? I know the Maharishi did a lot of work on this, on resonance and collective resonance. Could you share with us what's going to happen? What's happening as we wake up?
I had the privilege in 1993 to fly to Washington, D.C. and be one of the participants in an experiment. The crime rate in Washington had been going up and up. At the time, it was the murder capital of the world. Where hundreds of us, I think we had over 500, gathered for 6 hours a day in meditation, and to see if even a small group like that, relatively speaking, a small group like that could impact the amount of violence and bring the cacophony, the noise, the suffering down a couple of notches, and would we see results? Well, over that summer of 1993, we were there for a couple of months. The crime rate, which usually soars even higher in the summer months, went down by 23%.
Wow.
For the entire time that we were there and beyond. And the study was peer-reviewed, looked at by many, and it was published in one of the major journals of social sciences. And the evidence of which is, and Maharishi called this the 1% effect, even the 0.1% effect, that simply one person becoming enlightened or enlightening is what I prefer to call, rather than just as a state,
Waking up.
Waking up, exactly. And that it has an impact on everyone else. It's a resonance. You know, we know from studies of, on the other end of the spectrum, stress. We know stress is highly contagious. It is a dis-ease, a disorder, a dissatisfaction, the doom and gloom and fear and fright of which, you know, impacts others. You can sometimes feel it just walking into a room, even if the person isn't there. Similarly, on the other end of the spectrum, when a group of people begin to resonate regularly in that ease, that state of order, that state of satisfaction, that, and you can feel it when we're under stress, we contract, and when we are evolving, there is an expansion. You know, to feel the truth, and the truth not only sets you free, it's blissful. It's blissful. And that impacts others. And, you know, we can study that physiologically, we can study that psychologically, we can study that socially, but the key point is that literally you are not only enlightening for yourself, you are enlightening for all humanity. You are enlightening for all the past generations, you know, our ancestors that gave us so much and yet also had a history of suffering. You know, what we humans have been doing to ourselves and to one another, sometimes you have to avert the eyes. It has been so. And as Maharishi said, you know, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. You don't need to suffer. And that we can, underneath all of the pain, shame, and blame of the world, that whether through mindfulness, through transcendental meditation, through Buddhist practice, whatever brings you more and more, it is more and more suffused with what's going on in the collective. And that linking up is extremely powerful, and we're seeing it all over the world.